Kahmal Wiley.
Thanks for watching Blitz. I'm Brian Carter. It's time for our player interview here at Banks County. I got a pair of Leopards here with me, Kahmal Wiley, a senior, and then junior Dylan Orr. Guys, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. And just so you guys know, I'm really I may look a little shorter than normal. These guys are really tall. So, but Kahmal, we'll start with you. Fantastic senior year for you so far. I can't imagine you would wish for a better start. Is this kind of what you expected? You guys are once again ranked in the top 10 in the state. I believe number 7 right now as of today. Overall record 15-4, 7-0 within region. Seems like a phenomenal season for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we just coming out. You know, like I said, we got a lot of these young guys, so I'm just trying to end this season on a good note and go as far as we can. Try to get a bit farther in the playoffs, things like that.
And now you guys did get off to a bit of a rocky start. Dylan, you guys start out 1-3 overall in the season, then you moved to 3-4, and then something seems like it had to have happened around that time because then something triggered a 12-game win streak that you're currently still on. Hope we don't jinx that for you guys. I know hopefully it doesn't end anytime soon or end at all. But what was it that kind of you feel triggered this team to kind of go on this win streak, and what has it been like in the midst of that?
We kind of pulled from our pride and got tired of losing, and once we got that first win, we just started rolling, and it all went from there.
Now, Banks County has been a team over the past few years, a lot of handful of 1,000-point scorers, including your brother, Zach Orr, and then, of course, Zez Steeple and Austin Venable. You're closing in on 1,000. You've got a shot at that as well by the time your career is over. So a lot of offense, so, that gets a lot of attention. But, Kahmal, the defense has been phenomenal as well. Talk about how much pride you guys take in that. You guys are the #1 defense within the region.
We take a lot of pride in defense. Like, games come down to a matter of stops, and, defense is what really wins games. A lot of people don't look at the defense. They look at, he's scoring the ball here, he's scoring there. But like me, I feel like we practice this all the time. And defense wins the game at the end of the day. Defense, we really work hard on defense.
And how much do the little things, because we always concentrate on the overall picture, but how much do the little things, especially on defense, can you agree or can you kind of expand on how your defense kind of creates the offensive approach for this team?
I mean, a lot of things. The little things, boxing out, getting the rebound, hitting the man, running down the floor. You get a bunch of fast breaks like that, but it's going to start right there on that defense possession. You got to give each one, all you got.
And, again, the offense has been phenomenal to watch as well. What just amazes me and all of the fans, I'm sure, is that it seems like on any given night you guys have as many as 4 or 5 guys that could be the leading scorer. Sometimes it's you, sometimes it's Carl Cleveland, sometimes it's Gabe Martin. It just it's not always the same, Dylan. Sometimes it's the inside game, and then other times it seems like it's you guys just draining threes from outside. Does that change night to night, whether you guys play from the inside out to outside in, or how does that work?
Well, Coach always wants us to go inside out, just taking advantage of mismatches, we have them on the court constantly. So if we go into the post and they decide to double team, then we got open threes all around.
That seems like it's pretty fun to watch too, and they can't key on any one of you guys. You got that kind of that backup where you can just toss it out to Kahmal, or you can go inside to Dylan as well. So, Kahmal, last question for you: back-to-back Sweet 16 appearances, and although that is a phenomenal feat, and many programs would kill to have the last 2 seasons you guys have had with 24 wins, I believe both years, making it to the Sweet 16, being the regular season region champs. But I imagine you guys have bigger goals this year, like winning a region tournament championship, which has just eluded you the last couple of years, and then get over that hump from the Sweet 16 to the Elite 8, because as a top-ranked team in the state, you've always been in the top 10 the last couple of years. You guys deserve to get that far.
I mean, we're just still taking it one game at a time as of right now, but of course, we would rather get past that Sweet 16. We're going to give it all we got to get past that Sweet 16, and we want to win a region championship, and, we're just going to take it one game at a time, see how far we can go in this thing.
What do you think it is going to take for this team, and what do you feel like the shot is for this team to do it, as of maybe this team didn't have last year or the year before?
I mean, I feel like we're a family, and there's no selfishness here. I mean, like you said, I might be having it one night, and somebody else might be having one night. We don't care how, it gets done. It just gets done. Whoever the score is, we don't care.
That's a great recipe for success. And Dylan, close us out here. Talk about kind of just piggyback off of what Kahmal just said. When you look at the team's success, the way that you guys have had, this foundation's been laid over the last few years before you guys even got here. So the seniors, from years past are a part of that. But it would seem to me that there has to be some great chemistry in the locker room going on.
Yeah, we're like all like a brotherhood, and our motto the past few years has been family, and I really think we've like really became that because we all just get along so great, and we know what our strengths and weaknesses are on the court.
Yeah, well, hopefully no one else knows what your weaknesses are, and hopefully you guys play to your strengths and continue doing what you're doing. Hope this win streak never ends, and hope to see you guys bring some trophies back here to Banks County. Thanks again, guys, for your time. Really appreciate it. All right, make sure you check out our interview also with head coach Mike Cleveland here on Blitz.